The dominoes just keep falling during the offseason, and such is the case for Auburn basketball. Star center Walker Kessler has made his decision for the future. Let's talk about what he decided and what it means for Auburn basketball in their year ahead. But before we do that, I want to welcome you back to the channel. Whether you are an Auburn family member or a fan of another persuasion, this is the E2C Network, where the Auburn family speaks. Our content may tend to be Auburn sports heavy, but if it's orange and blue, it's what we do. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And thank you to members of our booster club like David Wells, who help produce videos like this. Walker Kessler's impact on Auburn basketball is one of the most profound that I've experienced in my lifetime. I don't know personally that we'll see another player change himself and the team the way that he did, and unexpectedly somewhat, in quite some time. I think it'll take years before we see that again, and that's counting in Jabari Smith. And so I don't want to discredit what Jabari means to this program too, but Auburn has always wanted like a true center, and Walker Kessler was the true envisioning of that. Not just the talent and the potential, but the realization of that. This guy was the leading blocker in the SEC, the best defender, got the awards for it for SEC and all of college basketball. There's no argument that he was the best in defense in the entire year, not just in the SEC, but across college basketball. So that impact is something that will be a lasting legacy here at Auburn. Now, as I said, most publications consider him the best in the SEC, but also the best in college basketball when it comes to defense. He's also been down in New Orleans for the preparations for the Final Four. Usually that's where they announce a lot of the awards, the big ones for the year, like the Naismith Award and the Naismith Defense Award for the year. Walker Kessler won that while he was down there and was able to accept it. So with all that going on down there in New Orleans, probably getting ready to be asked those questions, he decided to get ahead of it and announced that he will be going into the NBA draft this season. Now, I know there's a lot of confusion out there with NBA draft process and all that. In fact, we talked a lot about it last year with JT Thor and Sharif Cooper. So just need to know that there's always this weird outside chance that a player could decide to come back. While I don't think that's the case here, and that's pretty much coming from Walker himself, I do want to tell people that there is always this weird opportunity out there for basketball players to declare for the draft to a certain point if they don't do certain things and still come back. Don't want to get your hopes up though. In fact, let's read the words straight from Walker Kessler's post himself. Coach Pearl recruited me to Auburn University with an idea of being able to accomplish my goals while being close to family. As a team, we were able to win the SEC regular season championship and achieve a #1 ranking for the first time in school history. I want to thank all my family and friends for their consistent love and support that has provided me the opportunity to fulfill my dreams. Auburn University accepted me with open arms and made me feel like I was home. Coach Pearl, Coach Steve, Coach Bowman, Coach Flanagan, managers, and the entire basketball staff have helped me to grow as a person and as a player. Thank you all. I'm forever thankful to my teammates, past and present, who I am honored to call my brothers. I'm excited to announce that I will be entering my name into the 2022 NBA Draft. Auburn University will always be home, and I am forever grateful. Within that statement, you didn't really hear any specific statements that I'm not coming back at all. Well, he elaborated with some other publications that he has no intention of coming back to college. Now, that's no intention, right? Maybe there's a chance out there that it still happens. I still don't want to get your hopes up. It's just a weird, convoluted situation trying to get used to the whole NBA draft thing. But for now, what we need to focus on is that Walker Kessler is going to be in the draft. He is going to be likely a first-round pick and probably has a high chance of being a lottery pick. If that's the case, he's gone. So that's what we need to operate on and what it means for Auburn basketball moving forward. For that reason, I want to refer you back to our last video we did celebrating an announcement that Yohan Traore decided that he was going to, after decommitting from LSU, become an Auburn Tiger. So that's some great news that was preceding this news that we kind of were all expecting. So go check that out so you can see kind of some analysis of that. I'll touch on a few of the points here. Yohan essentially slides now into the Walker Kessler role. It's what makes the most sense in terms of what the team needs at this point. Doesn't mean that he's going to be the best blocker in the world like Walker Kessler was, but it does in essence mean that he slides into that role And what makes sense after that with what we have on hand currently, assuming that Jabari Smith is going to leave and go to the NBA draft, even though he hasn't announced it yet, Jalen Williams slides into that power forward role that he has very much earned, and I think that he is overdue for personally. So with the entire front court changed over, with Walker and Jabari likely gone, Johan Traore coming in, and obviously Jalen Williams taking over that power forward spot, you look pretty solid even though there's an entire changeover in the front court. Now there's still some other names out there, right? Right now, Auburn has one spot available. In review, Walker Kessler's leaving, Jabari's likely leaving, Devin Cambridge is left, and then Preston Cook is left. That's 4 spots. 3 of those have been filled by the current recruiting class, leaving 1 spot remaining. So somebody could be out there, one of these LSU decommits, another person from another school. We don't know yet. We can only operate off of what we have right now. So that's what you should anticipate. Traore sliding into the big man center type of role, Jalen Williams sliding into the power forward position. I will admit it's probably in the best interest of Traore to have someone else, maybe another big man to come alongside him so he can slide into the stretch forward position. It's probably what he's more suited for, very similar to Jabari. But that doesn't have to be the case. I think Auburn has enough in each of these areas already here and what they've already brought in, but I would expect at least one more piece to the puzzle to come in. In summary, I want to say this. Walker Kessler, thank you. Thank you for choosing Auburn. It has been a joy and an honor to watch you realize what we've always wanted at the center position. And that's not a slight at those that have played center for us in the past. We've had a lot of guys with high ceilings, high potentials, that just for whatever reason never seemed to attain that. Walker in one season did that. And I think we were all a little gun shy when he got here. It's like, oh, is he going to be another one of these big names, big guys we bring in that doesn't really maximize his opportunities? In 1 year, he did that, winning the Naismith Defensive Award. Can't get any better than that. Walker, thank you for choosing us. Thank you for choosing to be a member of the Auburn family. Now I want to hear from you in the comments section below. What do you think about Walker Kessler's decision, and how do you think it'll impact Auburn basketball for the upcoming year? Keep the conversation going down below. If you enjoyed this type of content, please do help support it by smashing that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please do be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads or live streams. If you want ways to help support our content, they're listed in the description. A couple of those are hitting that join button here on YouTube to be a part of that channel membership program. But you can also head over to patreon.com/E2C Network to join the Booster Club, where you can get extra perks starting at $1 a month and going up. Thank you for tuning into the E2C Network, where the Auburn family speaks. War Eagle.